Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SDKI 499.1, your official Stormworks news station, bringing you the latest news in the Donk Island area. And today's biggest news, we have a raging forest fire started, I believe, by a broken down car somewhere on the south side of the Donk Island. We are also asking any firefighters hearing this news to be able to get out there with all the men they can spare. Now that we have power back, welcome back to some more Stormworks. I'm StormRunner Gaming, and today in this episode, we are going to fight some fires as the SRG Fire Department reigns yet again. And today, like I talked about earlier in my Hemtt Truck video, I'm going to be showing off a couple different models, and today is no exception to that request there. I have the Hemtt Fire Truck here. You remember the decommissioned one with that huge, about 30,000 liter tank on the back end, and of course it comes with that amazing 8-wheel drive, all the other cool things. I think it does also have a siren. I'm starting to forget what I put on some of these vehicles because I have moved on to some other projects I'm working on, but gotta grab my firefighting outfit because we just heard about that forest fire close to us in the woods. What is that, east of us, I believe? So we're going to be taking the truck out today and, trying to fight some forest fires. So one thing I want to test out real quick, I think it has a siren, doesn't it? 2 is siren, 3 is emergency lights. Let's start the power up. The car still runs, that's good news. Alright, so emergency lights are on now, shining pretty bright there, and let's see if we can hear the siren. Alright, I'm not going to leave the audio that loud, but I just wanted to show off that it actually does have a working siren on here. That's the loudest the game can give us for now, so, hopefully people can hear it and get out of our way. Alright, without further ado, let's get on the road. And this truck doesn't have many other things to it other than just the big tank on the back end and some extra equipment for fighting fire. But it looks like we're going to need that extra equipment to fight this fire over here. And I remember from testing, I don't want to get close to this fire because currently I do have fire damage on for the engines. Well, overheating, I guess. It's not exactly fire damage. And if I get too close to, extreme heat sources like a forest fire over there, the engine will quickly overheat. And if that happens, we're going to have to call out another truck to us. For some reason, this pump isn't doing really well in getting water out there. Let's try number 2. Number 2 is kind of spitting everywhere as well. I wonder what's up with it. I turn on number 1. There we go. Now it's giving us some strong water source, like a water flame there, or a water stream, excuse me. Though I need to get like a good aerial view. Okay, we've taken out just about everything on this side. We need to get closer, but I'm very skittish of getting too close to this flame here. I'm going to leave like 1 and 2 on just in case we get any fire close to us. I'm going to have to slam that key button, ignition back on, and kind of charge headfirst into here just a little bit. Maybe get in between these trees right here. Although this truck is the big fire truck for fighting fires here, unlike my other small fire truck there, it is very unnimble, and I'm floating backwards. So I need 2 people for, that's not good. I think we just lost the engine. Yeah, we just lost the engine. Alright, so let's turn off that siren. And we're gonna need another fire truck before I keep losing more health. Yeah, that didn't go very well. Alright, take 2. Now, I'm not too sure if it's just my fire truck or if all fire trucks are now having this problem, but it's a pretty difficult problem to get by, not being able to cool your engine near like a huge fire like this. How are you gonna fight fires? Like, just really keep your distance or something? Because we might lose a few fire trucks today just taking out this fire if it becomes too bad here. You know something I just thought about? Kind of the future of firefighting? I bet in the real world they already have some kind of design or something for this. What if you had like a little drone that came out and dispersed water over a flame? I mean, I guess that thing would also catch fire like my fire truck, but it'd be pretty darn cool to see. My one big problem with trying to do anything with drones and Stormworks right now is the drones aren't that compact. If you try to do just about anything with drones, you have to have this huge, like, overbearing drone, or just, to put it in simple terms, a big and heavy drone that can't really be stored easily, especially in a car. You could do it pretty easily in a large boat, or a ship, I guess, but cars, it's just not a feasible idea unless you have a huge truck or something. So, I feel like I'm doing pretty well of taking out the fire over there. It's still slow goings here. Just disperse all the water I can here. I might hit reverse and try to get that rear cannon pointing towards the fire. Alright, let's see if parking it just about here and using that third cannon, I can just volley all the way up. Yeah, that's doing pretty well. It'd be cool if they had a system to kind of wet trees down so you could effectively like create a strategy to stop a forest fire from spreading. Because right now I'm able to take out the forest fire, but the trees I'm spritzing right here might catch fire yet again later, I believe. I think. Can they? I can't remember anymore. But this is quickly getting out of proportion here. I'm going to need to move yet again to be able to get that right side there. Get back out. And disperse some more water. The good thing about this thing having 30,000 liters is I don't really need to be worried about wasting that much water. I mean, the water bill might be pretty darn high at the end of the month for the SRG Fire Department, but you know, hopefully we get up enough funding to pay for that. And I think case in point right there, as you can see, that tree I spurted earlier is still catching flame. There it is. We've nearly taken out this little, you know, area of fire. Just get the couple trees. As you can see, like right here and over there, I'm trying to hit it. Sometimes the trees don't really look like they're on fire, but there's just a tiny bit of flames coming out of them. And that'll restart like that entire area on fire, and we don't take out the forest fire like that. So you gotta spend a little bit of extra time taking those guys out. And as you can see, where is that? My left now. Let's turn on number 1, turn off 2 and 3. Oh no, that was 2. Turn on 2. And that guy is back up in flames. And he's already setting some of his brethren on fire. Stop doing that, please. There we go. And now the volley fire. I wonder if doing this helps at all. Just like whipping back and forth. That might cover more area. That actually worked really well. I gotta try that out. You know, that could be a cool addition to this truck right here as well. If I were to take it and give it like an automatic like left and right strafe, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, I can go with strafe. Because that seems to be extremely effective in taking out a good area of fire. Although it'd have to be something to be like turned on and off or toggled on and off, I guess. That wouldn't be too difficult to do, I think. But, you know, make it a little bit easier to fight big fires like this. I think one of the nicest things about the system taking out fire in Stormworks is that you don't really have to get a ton of water on one tree to put it out. You can get a little spritz here and there, and you're usually pretty good. Alright, now here's the somewhat dangerous part. I'm gonna have to get semi-close to the fire to put it out here. Let's see if I get too close, ride too close to the sun here. I'm really liking my strafing idea, but if I'm being perfectly honest, spamming A and D right now is getting a little tiring for me. You know, I do want to put out the forest fire though, so it's a battle to the end, I guess. Alright, that should be out. No, you're out. Go to sleep, fire. It's just this last little outcropping of fire, this last little rebel group over here, staging their claimed victory of the forest. I've saved about 50% of it, I think, though. And even after the first truck caught flames. You know, I haven't even put that truck out. It's still burning over there. That might restart the entire forest fire yet again. Because if you just look over there, zoom in real quick, you can see the flames just peering through those trees ever so slightly. That's not going to be good. Alright, let's turn that off. How much water have I used? I'm at 14,000 liters. I have been draining the tank today. Although, I'm pretty sure I only put 75% of water in the truck today. So, you know, it might not be as bad as I think. But what's 75% of 30,000? Quick, mathematicians, go! I'm not good at the quick math. I'm very bad at quick math. Anyway, putting out this last little outcropping. Gotta keep my distance. So that's a whole new strategy I have to, you know, keep in mind when fighting fires here. Because you can't kind of just run up to it. Because my previous, I guess, for lack of a better word, attacks or, you know, strategy for putting out fire was get close, get to the base of the tree, and shoot it with the hose. And, you know, usually go out pretty well. That, and one of the funniest things I did with this truck right here is I used both of the hoses on the left and the right, 1 and 2 here, and I'd kind of do this, like, this waving snake, I called it, or this S, as you can see, where they both go off and you drive in between the fire of a forest fire, just putting it out on your left and right. But, I mean, unless it's a large forest fire, you can't really do that anymore. All right, turn off number 2 there. And I think this is our last tree. If I could just edge that right there. Perfect. Is there anything else on fire? The game's not giving me the all clear yet. Let's turn off 1. I think that's the entire forest fire. So it was a decently successful day of fighting some fires at the SRG Fire Department with the Hemtt Fire Truck here. You know, I still haven't put out the one fire truck back there, but hopefully the station will forgive me for that. It seemed like it was a pretty strong flame going there. We might just have to let it burn out. But that is where I will be ending this episode. So, of course, if you guys did like this, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Stay up with Stormworks and more of my content. But I've never been great at goodbyes. But people need me, and I need to go.